Welcome to First Issues. Giving children the right tools to succeed when they're older is not only something we should strive for, but an essential part of life. Kids represent the future of not just this country, but the rest of the world as well. Setting them up for success does not only speak to being able to get straight A's or the careers they wish to pursue, but also how they interact with money. With household indebtedness soaring at over 58 billion pula, perhaps focusing on finance as a foundation and teaching children financial literacy, or the colloquial money language, is crucial for children to understand and develop healthy financial habits much earlier in their lives. The hope is that this would help children avoid bad debt, irresponsible spending, and other unbecoming relationships with money. Even though pre-primary and primary education curriculums in this country do not have financial literacy modules, there are some individuals who have taken it upon themselves to offer such services privately. One of these people is Tshepo Thaba, founder of Finance Kids. Our conversation tonight is centered on understanding how effective financial education can be imparted to kids for best outcomes. Tshepo, thank you so much for coming on First Issues and affording us your time. Today we're talking about teaching kids the language of money, or financial literacy for kids, right? But let us first understand what that language of money is. What is financial literacy? It may seem a bit obvious, but for some people, it's still, something that they need to understand.
Thank you so much. Financial literacy is the ability to understand and conceptualize financial concepts such as your budgeting, your earnings, your savings, and personal money management. It is a skill that allows you and capacitates you with the knowledge to handle your finances, your personal finances, and to be able to be self-sufficient when it comes to financial matters and personal finance. Simply put, it's just the skill that you need to understand your personal finances.
So we're talking about kids, right? How soon must we impart that sort of knowledge onto children about money?
We always say it's never too early to start with financial literacy. As soon as a child is 3 years old, they can be introduced to financial concepts simply by showing them to pick up coins. You know how coins can be all over the place? You just show them how when you pick a coin, instead of putting it in your mouth, you just put it in your piggy bank. That's how you introduce financial literacy as early as 3 years old. And then going forward, you introduce concepts such as grocery lists and other allowances and other complex concepts such as currencies and dealing with credit cards.
Children are people with very limited time spans. They may be curious, but their curiosity runs from here to there. And financial matters are serious issues. They tend to be very stiff and uninteresting. So how do you teach these concepts to children? Teaching them the language of money in such a way that it would be fun, it would be encapsulating for them, it would grab their attention.
Yes, financial literacy doesn't have to be by the book in the classroom. It can be fun. So we have different types of books and activity books that we use to teach financial concepts to children, because if they learn in a fun way, it sticks much better. There's also a partnership or collaboration that we just recently had with the Allen Gray Orbis Foundation, who launched a digital entrepreneurship game. In that game, it's the financial concept, the entrepreneurship concept packed in a digital game. There are different board games that are child friendly, such as your Monopoly. So these are games that teach financial literacy concepts in a very fun way. We also have savings challenges that we also always encourage parents to utilize. So these are concepts that are fun and engaging for children. We also have pitching competitions where children can even win money, as we'll be hosting our Africa Cape Summit in August. We encourage children to participate in that. It's another way where kids can also learn about entrepreneurship and also earn money through prizes.
So in cases where the interest is gone, how do you then recapture the curiosity? How do you then help them see that, this is good for you without being overbearing?
Cases where a child has lost interest in financial literacy, we try to go back and look at how they had structured their financial goals and how they were learning the concepts of financial literacy. Because most of the time you realize it was not so correct in the first place. They had set unachievable financial goals, which then when they were supposed to reach those goals, they seemed unachievable. It's always around how they had set their financial goals from the beginning. If they are unachievable and unrealistic, because remember, your goals have to be SMART. So if it doesn't align with the SMART concept, you are more likely not to achieve those goals, which end up becoming very frustrating for a child. So we go back and see how they had set their financial goals and how they were learning the financial concepts. So if it's too much or not age appropriate for that child, that's when we have to revise and structure the whole concept in a different way for them to learn and better spark the interest in learning financial concepts.